Hello, everybody. This is Mia with Chalk with Mia and Dylan. You just can't see him today. He's in the other room doing the moderating. So if you see any responses but you don't see me typing, that is Dylan logged into my account answering for me. He's become very good at it. So I like having him help me out. So anyways, I thought I would do a quick live today. I was just working on a project, and I also have a little hack. And I wanted to share that. Hey, Christy Lynn. I wanted to share that hack with you guys. Now, I have not completely vetted this out. So if it fails, we're going to fail together. Okay. All right. So I have this really cute frame that I bought from a thrift store. And this is the insert that came in it. Okay. And what I did was I took the backing off, and it was a piece of glass, okay, on top. And I do this quite often where I'll buy old frames that are beautiful and either repaint the frame, or in this case, I left it the way it is because it's kind of got that shabby chic look to it already, which I love. And so I don't want to do anything to the frame, and it's a nice size. So I wanted to chalkboard the glass and then put a transfer on top of it. Well, what I've done historically is I take chalkboard paint, spray paint. It also comes where you can roll it on. I just like the spray paint version. And I take the glass and I spray paint it. And let me cut the volume off on my computer. That way we don't get distracted by noises. Sorry. Okay, so normally I spray paint it. What's that? Welcome, Christy Lynn. Yeah, I already said welcome. He's telling me Christy Lynn's on. Okay, so I normally spray paint it, let it dry, and then I go ahead and chalk on it. Well, I was sitting there thinking, you know, sometimes there's particles in the air or condensation gets stuck into the paint, and it never, hi Kay, how are you? And it's never really a bad thing, it always works out, but I was trying to think, what's an easier way? And I remembered they sell chalkboard contact paper. So what I thought was I'd try with a small project first so I don't waste a whole lot of either project or time. So this is what the contact paper looks like. It's just like the old contact paper that you buy for shelving or whatever, but it is a chalkboard material. And I just got it off at Amazon. Here's the board. Here's the stuff that I buy. Okay. And so what I thought is I took the glass out, I cleaned it with Windex, I laid the sticky side up of my contact paper and laid the glass on top. Then I took my, where's my squeegee? My 4-inch squeegee, here it is, and I just pulled all of the air bubbles out. Okay, so now I have this beautiful flat chalkboard surface. So now I have not chalked on this surface yet, so this is where we're going to find out if it's a success or fail. Hi Tracy, thank you for joining. Okay, so I did put a little bit of the clear wax that I use on this surface, just very lightly. It's pretty slick, so I think I'll be okay. All right, so I think it'll be a pretty quick project today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take our transfer that says today is a good day for a good day. I'm going to take it and say today is a good day to read. You know, with school starting, I was kind of inspired by, you know, what would a teacher want in a classroom, or what would I want to put up in my son's room to remind him that reading is a good thing. So I may have seen it somewhere. I think I did. So I might be borrowing the idea, but still, I thought it was a good one. So, you know, imitation is the best form of flattery. So what I'm doing is I'm laying the transfer down in my frame, like we always do. I'm going to take the squeegee and pull any air bubbles out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the today is a good day in white. And then I'm going to do the word to in white. And then I'm going to do the read in rainbow colors: red, orange, yellow, and green. Okay, Roy G. Biv. And then we don't have all those. That's what I'm going to do, R-E-A-D. Okay, so I open up my paste. Thank you for the emojis. I love it. Hey, Tarina, how are you? I know you're super busy. Got the new grandbabies at home.
I tried to say well.
Aw, Dylan's in the other room moderating. So if you guys see comments, it's him. Okay, so it's a little thick, so I'm going to squirt a couple of squirts of water in here just to loosen it up, loosey-goosey. And remember, we wanted the consistency of marshmallow fluff. Like I've said time and time again, I do not eat yogurt, so I do not recommend, well, it needs to be the consistency of yogurt, but I don't eat yogurt, so I shouldn't be recommending that. But what I do eat is marshmallow fluff. So basically you want it so it moves and it's got some, you know, movement to it, but it's not running. So you can see, well, maybe you can't see, but you can see how it's dripping off of my spatula, and it's moving very slowly, but it is dripping off my spatula, but it's not running off my spatula. Okay. All right. So the reason this is easy peasy is because it's one color, one transfer, and then I can do the letters, which is awesome. So I take my squeegee. Okay. Hello, Janet. Thank you for joining. Okay, so I take my squeegee, which is a Chalk Couture squeegee, and they're just a silicone, I think, rubber type, so you can wash them and wash them and wash them. And I dip it in the white here. And again, I don't care how much I put on my squeegee because I'm going to take all the excess and put it right back in the container. So as long as I'm not mixing colors, you're not wasting product. So we're going to go over all the areas, and then, and you're putting it on here, I'm stealing this saying from Adele, put it on like you're frosting a cupcake, right? Or as Tarina says, butter and bread. Whatever you do most of, that's what you're wanting to do. So I'm putting this all over, and I'm just not doing the bottom part for a good day because I don't want to use that part for this project. That's the other great thing about Chalk Couture is you can mix and match transfers. You can use part of a transfer. You know, you can let your creativity run wild and do whatever you want to do. All right, so I've put all the excess back in my container, and now I'm going to position my squeegee like a shovel and bulldoze all this excess off, okay? And again, you can run the paste up and down, left and right, whatever you want. There really is no right or wrong way in how you apply it or scrape it off, really. But when you scrape it off, you want to do it so that you have kind of a very thin coat on your letters, okay? So you don't really need a whole lot of product. And I'm going to show this to you guys so you can kind of see it really doesn't take a whole lot. See? It's a very light film. All right. So now I get to do the fun part and pull this off. And I'm going to try to pull it off evenly. I don't want to pull on a bias, you know, on an angle, because you can stretch or transfer. So if I pull it top to bottom, I want to do it in the corners or side to side. Oh, I love it. So I've been doing this since September, and I can tell you, love it. All right, so far the contact paper is working beautifully. Okay, so today is a good day. There is a little smudge here. I'm going to try to clean that up. So I have these little Q-tip looking things. I put a little bit of water on the end of it, and I just brush it over the area I want to clean. And voila, contact paper is working great so far. I am so excited about this. Do you know how much time this is going to save me and money from having to buy, even though chalkboard spray paint is not that expensive, this is just a nice clean look, which I love. All right, so I'm closing up the white. I'm putting it back. I'm pulling my letter transfers down, and we are going to find, oh, I need my white back, so I'm going to do two. To read. Okay, so, oh, I guess I could have done the two in today. Today is a good day to, you know what, I might, well, no, okay. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud and rambling, and you guys are getting to experience that. Now you know how my family feels. Can you post a link for the contact paper? Yes, Kay, I will do that. But
I can put the link on the chat right now.
okay, if you go to Amazon, bud, it's H&F Office Blackboard. Well, you know what? I can do the one for the one I actually purchased. I can find the link, but it's H&F Office, and it's Blackboard sticker contact paper. But I will put the link for the one that I personally bought, but I think there's several different brands out there. Okay, so I'm going to do the word read first and then fit in the word to so I can figure out my spacing. It's chalk, it's a Blackboard sticker contact paper. But I'll post the one that I purchased. That way we know it's the right one. Okay? All right. Okay, so I've got several types of fonts. I go font crazy. I love my fonts. And I just need to figure out a good size. This one's too big. It's going to be like Goldilocks here. I'm thinking the new font, the classic Serif, I like this one a lot. Do you have it?
17.7 times 78.
I don't know, bud. You'll have to I don't know. I'll find it, honey. But thank you.
Wait, is it that one?
No, not that one. We'll find it. I promise. It might be the ANCCY one. We'll find it. I promise. Okay, so guys, should I do, I like both of these, the brush script or the classic. This is the classic Serif. That one's the brush one. What do you guys think? Which one should I do? Any suggestions? What do you guys think? They're both very pretty. And I guess I could figure, you know what, let me find the other ones in those two fonts because sometimes some of the letters look better than others. And we want to be able to read the word read, right? So R, let me get the E. So if you guys didn't watch, I did a video on how I manage all my inventory. These are just coupon holders, and I put, like this one has O through S, and so each tab is a different letter of the alphabet, and I just put all my fonts in there. Some people put them in the books so that they're all together. This just works well for me because I can, if I'm doing something with just fonts, I can grab just this little container and run with it. So whatever works for you, but that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm grabbing. And I think I want to do it in all caps. So, so R-E, and I'll let you guys see this in a second. I don't know if the Serif or the brush script comes in a capital. No, it does not. Okay. So I'm thinking we're going to end up using the, oh, you like the brush? I like the brush too, Kay, but I don't know if it comes in a capital. Dylan, you're on a mission, aren't you, bud? Yeah. Okay, so I'm finding, so on my new fonts, one thing that I did do is I wrote on the back of the contact paper the type of font it is and the letter, because what I realized was some of these look very close to each other, and it was hard to kind of match them up, to be honest. And so it kind of helped me out. All right, R-E, A, and D. Okay. So my A's, R-E-A, I'm almost there, guys. That's weird. I don't know where my brush font in the large E went. Maybe I put it in the wrong. Okay. Yep. Go for it. He said, sorry, I was not the right one. I'll double check. Okay, so there's R-E-A-D, R-E-A, let's find the brush font. Okay, there's the brush script. I need the E, the big E. All right, I'm thinking, it's weird, that brush script, because, all right, I'm sorry, Kay, but it looks like the brush script is R-E-A-D. I can't find the large E. All right, so here it is, R-E-A-D. Thank you, bud.
Yeah.
Okay, and one, and then this is what it'll end up looking like in the brush script. R-E-A-D. So I'm thinking I'm going to do the large letters just because of the spacing, but I agree with you, Kay. I liked the brush script. I was kind of hoping that would work. We'll find another purpose for that. All right, so, oh, I need the T and the O. I'm going to do those little, and I'm going to do those probably in those Harmon fonts because they're small. I think it's the inline Harmon. Sorry, guys, you're having to sit through this with me. Okay, so it's a good day to read. And the T. Okay, today is a good day to read. It's always a good day to read, right? Right, Dylan? It's always a good day to read, right?
Dear God.
He's a dear God, no. He's not a big reader, and I'm trying to, I mean, it's funny, when he reads, he really reads. He like gets into it and will read, you know, half a book, but then he'll go forever without reading. And so I try to tell him he needs to read more often, that reading is fun.
I don't have to read more often.
You don't have to, but it would be good if you did. Right? Okay, so now I know that we have this new tape that Chalk Couture came out with to help us with the letters. To be honest, I have not figured out how to use it yet. And I know there's a tutorial out there. I just have not done it yet. So because this is such an easy thing, I'm going to actually just space them kind of far apart because that's the whole point of it, is to read. I'm not really trying to connect the letters or anything. So I am going, which will make it easier too in putting these letters down. Okay, so what I do use though is sometimes I use painter's tape or something to do the start and the finish. So I'm going to just put it here on the ends so I know where I'm starting and finishing. Okay, I'm eyeballing it. That's what I do a lot of. All right, so since these have not been used, I'm going to fuzz it up a little bit. And actually, I am going to pull this down just a little bit. All right, I'm getting all the air bubbles out. I'm just running my finger. I'm going to go red first. And it was mixed up earlier today. I think I did something. All right, so again, just wiping it right over top of the R. Very easy. I'm getting all the excess off, and I'm trying to get any streaks that I see, any lines out of the letter that may come up from using the paste, just because I don't want that showing up when I pull it off. Okay, so R, I'm going to pull that off in a second, but I want to...
I'd like to thank Kay, KJ, Lee and Christy, I think, for liking or...
Oh, good.
Yeah, and loving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So Dylan is thanking everybody for the emojis and the likes. We do appreciate it. All right, R-E...
K, Janet, Lee, Christy. Sorry, I got it
K,
wrong.
Janet, Lee, and Christy. That's what he's saying. But thank you, everybody. We appreciate everybody just even joining us. Facebook likes it when we interact. Okay, RE. So I'm going to show this to you guys so you can kind of see it up close too. So there's the red, which is beautiful. I love that red. And now we are going with orange peel. I love the new consistency of our pastes. They're really nice. And I'm just doing this like brush strokes, long brush strokes, and the excess. This new paste is much thinner than our other paste, so it goes on very smooth and comes off very smooth. R-E. Oh, I am loving this. R-E. That is orange. It's not yellow, I promise. It looks a little yellow on the screen, but oh, this one does need to be mixed. But it's not. It's a pretty orange. R-E-A. See, I talk to myself all the time. It's a good thing I feel comfortable with you guys, or else you all would think I'm a little cuckoo. I'm just adding a couple spritz of water to the yellow. It's a little thick. And that's because our paste has chalk in it. So the good thing is if the teacher, let's say by the end of the school year, they wanted to change this out, this is buttermilk, if they wanted to change it out and say, you know, thanks, it's been a great year, have a good summer or something, we can literally take a wet cloth, wipe this off, and put a whole new sign on it. So that's what I absolutely love about Chalk Couture is, you know, like we said, you change your calendar every month, let's change your decor. Okay, now normally if I was overlapping these, I would blow dry the letter beside it because I don't want it to pull up, but because I'm not overlapping them, I can just keep right on moving, which is great. Okay. And if I happen to go off the side of my transfer, it's okay. It's just chalk. I just clean it right on up like I did the A up there. Not a big deal. Gosh, this is turning out so cute. So stinking cute. And that is a very light yellow. It looks white on the screen, but it is a buttermilk yellow, I promise. Okay. So I'm going to take my painter's tape off. Now the other trick, which will be, is when I go, now normally when I sell things in the shop, I know I said I can change this out later, but when I sell things in the shop, I typically seal it with a polyurethane. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do that with this one yet, but that will be my next battle, is to see if spraying this with polyurethane does anything to that contact paper. I have a feeling it's not, but again, I've never done it before, so I will let you guys know how that turns out if I do decide to spray it. Okay, getting the air bubbles out. Whoops. And now we're going to go for the green once I cover up my yellow. And the reason I'm covering these up right after I use it is because I don't want it to dry out. Okay, and like I said, I can squirt it with a little bit of water and it'll be fine, but you know, you try to treat it as quickly as you can. And this is the lime color, which, to be honest, I bought it because I was like, oh, maybe I can do something with the lime. And then as soon as I used it, I kind of became obsessed with it. It's such a pretty color. I mean, green is one of my favorite colors anyways, but it's just so vibrant and pretty. I love it. All right. So read. And again, just long brush strokes and then pulling any of the excess off. Putting it right back in that container. And it seems like a little bit that you're putting back in the container, but every little bit counts. I can promise you that, especially when you get down to the bottom of the container and you're literally scraping for some paste. All right. And what I'll do too is I'll go back and clean off the edges of my containers and re-close them because I just don't want gunk to build up. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm thinking I might clean that. I know I have these, but I think it's going to be out of character. I'm going to use the 2 in the today. So I'm going to clean my transfer here in a second so you guys can see it. All right, today is a good day to read. And I just need to put the word 2 in here. And it's going to be very small, but I think it would look better than the other font that I have. So I'm just wiping water over top of my font, or over top of my transfer, so that I can clean it. Okay. Oops. I have a font sticking to the back of it. Okay. I'm going to take a paper towel and just wipe it down. Oops. Try not to get it stuck on itself. Because it's uber wet, I can do this on my table. If it was dry, I would not want to do this face down on my table because it would stick to my table and it would be kind of hard to pull it up. But it is pretty darn wet, so I can get away with it. So I'm just wiping all the areas off here, and then I have my blow dryer, my handy dandy blow dryer next to me, and I'm going to blow dry it clean so that I don't get any of the wetness on any other part of my transfer. All right, so I'm doing that just on my leg. Both sides. What you doing, bud?
Then the sound of the
Blow dryer?
blow dry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Today is a good day. Oh, it's a little curvy. So I have a couple of choices here. Let me blow dry this so I don't get. Today is a good day. And this I'm totally guessing at, but because they're so small, it's not that hard to redo if I mess up. So I'm going to do the T and then I'm going to do the O because I don't want it curved. I want them side by side. So I'm going to do them a little separate here, hoping that the spacing and everything is right on. Kind of keeping our fingers crossed. And I might have to go a little bit bigger. It's a little off, people. All right, I'm thinking I'm going to find the other fonts to do this. So we're going to clean this off. Oops, where's that rag I just had? All right. Okay. See? Easy peasy. Clean that off, and maybe we will just go with this. Maybe that'll be okay. All right, we'll see how it looks. Again, if it doesn't work, we just wipe it off and start over. It's a good day to read. I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Sorry, I was just kind of mentally spacing this out. Oh, I think this will be okay.
Welcome, Sherry.
Hey, Sherry, welcome. Thank you for joining. We're here at the end. We're doing Today is a Good Day to Read. It's from the transfer, Today is a Good Day for a Good Day. But I thought with school starting, it would be nice to remind everybody to read. And I'm just blow drying that a little bit because I don't want the O to cause an issue if it hits. And I did the read in the colors of the rainbow, at least for as many letters as I had. Red, orange, yellow, and green. If you watched the live with Dylan and I in his teacher gift, we did that in the colors of the rainbow, and it was awesome. And I just love that combination. Dylan had that idea, and so now I tried to do that. I was in the live that we did for your teacher, the teacher gift. We did it in the rainbow colors, and I loved that.
Oh yeah.
So
It's like how I copy and paste things sometimes
yeah.
on Google Docs. I make my name in rainbow for some reason.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
It's just crazy. He's 11 using Google Docs. Where do they learn these things? Okay. Hello. All right, everybody. So this is it. What do you guys think? And I know the colors aren't coming through completely, but that is buttermilk yellow and orange peel for the orange. So today is a good day to read. All right, and again, I will make sure that that link that Dylan put up is the right one for the contact paper, and we'll change it out if it isn't.
On my screen it says clear as yours.
It is?
Yeah, it
Oh,
says
good.
clear as your screen.
Oh, perfect. Sometimes it gets a little blurry. But for anybody that missed it, I had the genius idea. So I buy these, I'll just recap a second. I buy these frames at thrift stores a lot of times, and they come with glass, you know, and this one came with this little print on the inside. And so typically I spray paint the glass with chalkboard paint, and I spray it. They have roll-ons, a bunch of different types. But what I have found is, and it works pretty well, but what I have found sometimes is particles in the air get into the spray paint or whatever, and it works just fine. But I forgot they make contact paper, you know, blackboard or chalkboard contact paper. And so I used that to lay down. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it, Janet.
1 second. Sherry, Donna, Sandra, Shannon, Kay, Janet,
Leanne and
Lee,
Christy Lynn.
and Christy. Thank you for all the loves and the hearts.
The loves and the hearts. And so what I do is I took the glass out. I laid my contact paper face up, so the sticky side was up. And then I laid my glass down on it and took my squeegee and pulled all the air bubbles out. And it made such a nice, clean, pretty surface. I mean, you guys can see there really is no bubbles. It's just a pretty, pretty surface. And when I cleaned the areas, they cleaned up nice. There's really not a lot of ghosting going on. So what I'm going to do is I will spray paint this with polyurethane because I'm curious to know how it will look. And I'll let you guys know if that does anything to the contact paper. I don't think it will, but that was the last step that I have not tried yet. So I'm so glad this worked out. We didn't fail together. It's always a little scary when you do something new on a live. But I do that because I want you guys to know that, you know, sometimes it's trial and error, and, you know, us designers go through that as well, and that's how we discover what works and what doesn't. So anyways, I appreciate you guys joining me today. Thank you so much. This is Mia with Chalk with Mia and hashtag Chalking with Mia and Dylan. He doesn't like the hashtag. So yeah, so if you guys are interested in Chalk Couture, if there's anybody who watches this, please put hashtag replay if you watch it on the replay. And if you're interested in Chalk Couture, I would absolutely love to talk to you. This is a great company with a lot of different options. It is a direct sales company, but it has a lot of different options if you just love crafting and creating. So thank you so much. I will see you again soon, and have a wonderful rest of the weekend. Bye.